Good evening, everyone. Hope we're having a lovely weekend, or the first weekend of daylight savings ending in Melbourne. A freezing weekend, I have to admit. Been absolutely cold with rain and wind. We're talking about 14 degrees Celsius. So I hope you're staying warm and staying rugged up, because really this is the weather to do it. Okay? Welcome to another recording where I'll be previewing a massive game tomorrow night between Port Adelaide and St Kilda at Adelaide Oval. 7:15 p.m. Melbourne time. Okay? So, before I do that, as I do at the start of every recording, I would like to introduce you all to my tutoring school. So you can see the logo up there, Roki School of Excellence. That's the name of the school, founded by my wife and myself. We are basically an academic tutoring school that looks after, not looks after, I would say, well, we do look after students, but we offer group and individual or private tutoring services for years 5 to 12 maths of all year levels except specialist maths and jazz drumming and in South Indian classical drums and octopad, which is an electronic percussion instrument. So if you have a child or if you know of any loved one who might be interested, please do ask them to join or get in touch with us. My wife will help assist with the enrollment and admin side of the school, so welcoming the students with an email, and I'll look after the teaching syllabus and fee side of things. Okay, so jump on board if you're interested. Okay, big game tomorrow night. Absolutely must win. If we want to be taken seriously, it's a non-negotiable result to win. Okay, there's been a lot of talk that they spend big money and they're expecting good results. That doesn't mean winning every single game, but winning more than what we're winning right now. And it starts tomorrow, really. I know the season started a few weeks ago, but our season to be taken seriously starts technically tomorrow. And that's no disrespect to Port Adelaide, but when you look at the side St Kilda's fielded, it's a side that they're expected to get the chocolates, okay? And I know it's at Adelaide Oval. I know it's a ground Port Adelaide can be a very tricky opposition, but it's also a ground that St Kilda it's also a ground that St Kilda won not long ago. So last year with the less stronger team. So you can imagine with the list we have, it should be no excuse, okay? Should be absolute no excuse. And look, we have to be prepared for Port Adelaide's best and work accordingly, okay? So I'd like to take this chance to basically talk about the teams, okay? So here's the screen here. So, as you can see here, it's a much stronger lineup. Great to see Hunter Clark back, guys. He's been riddled with injury, but whenever he has the ball, he always provides some X factor, silky craft skills, and also good to see Huey Boxall back. We missed his X factor and grunt he provides, a bit of that Lenny Hayes grunt. And mind you, he is mentored by Lenny Hayes. So, just to see them back and just make the list lineup a bit stronger, it's great. Okay, now we'll talk about the back line. We will miss Dougal Howard. I know it's emergency, but we will miss his height a bit. But then, if you look at the back three, Cal Wilkie, Jack Silvani, and Alex Taru should be good enough to lock down these tall forwards. So, I wouldn't worry too much. Taru is a great intercept mark and great flying Viking defender. Okay, so no issues there. Then if you go a little bit up the ground for backline, we've got a bit of X factor and speed. The Naz, Wanganeen, Maletta, Brad Hill and Sinclair to run it up the ground and provide supply back into the midfield and forward. So, it's a pretty settled lineup, and I don't think it should be a big issue in terms of trying to run the ball out, unless we make skill errors or, turn the ball over. But we should be able to control that and be able to provide enough supply to the forward line, okay? And the midfield, it starts there, guys. We've got to stop Horn Francis, Zach Butters, and, Will and Drew. And I think we do have the midfield that does that. Tom De Koning, high stakes. He's expected to win this ruck battle, especially. No disrespect to Jordan Sweet, he's a good ruckman, but given Tom De Koning where he's at, he's expected to win this and give first use to guys like Flanders, Windy, Hall, or Boxall or Wilson. No excuse about that. We've got to be able to get it into that forward line, not just bomb it in. Lower your eyes and look for the options. Look for your Mason Woods, look for your Mitch Owens or Marshall and Sharman to lead, okay? It's a very good height with the forward line. I know we're still missing Max King, but Mason Wood going up forward provides a little bit of extra height. Mason Wood is not a small guy. He's 6'4", so close to 6'5". Then you throw in Mitch Owens, who's put on a bit of size, Marshall, Sharman. And then you've got a little bit of that small forward X-factor line between Higgins and Liam Ryan. And you throw in Butler there with Jack Carroll. So a much stronger lineup. Mind you, it's not a complete lineup. We are still missing a handful of players from injuries, but for this lineup, no reason why we can't get the chocolates, okay? Whether it's a heart-stopping win or a couple of goals, it doesn't matter. Take the W and move. Because after that, we have Adelaide, okay, at Adelaide Oval, which is a tougher assignment. They're much more reliable at home to play, and it's not going to be easy. They've got Riley Thilthorpe. They might get Darcy Fogarty back. As always is the case, every time St Kilda plays against a team, the opposition always ensure their best players are back by then. That's the luck with the Saints. Then you got Tex Walker, who kicked a few, and then you got the Josh Rochelli's Isaac Rankin. So they present a much tougher assignment than the Port Adelaide Power. So got to take the win and then build into next week. Because after that, we do have winnable games. West Coast at Marvel and Carlton. So really, the season to get going starts tomorrow. We cannot wait any longer. Otherwise, there will be some concerns, rightfully so. Okay? So on that note, I would like to talk about some points for the heading into the game tomorrow. So the first thing I'd like to talk about are these points. Okay? So these are my key points I have. Now, you all will have your own thoughts, and there's no right or wrong here, guys. You're more than welcome to comment on your thoughts and what you feel would, be the your key points heading into the game. As I said earlier, winning result is absolutely non-negotiable. It can't be any other way. Even a draw, I won't accept. Have to win this. Even if it's a heart-stopping win like the GWS game, I don't mind. A win is a win. Just got to get the ball going, okay? Number 2, we need to silence that home crowd early, okay? Adelaide Oval is one of the most hostile environments, and all footy lovers would know this whenever Victorian teams go there and play. It doesn't matter how good the Victorian or team is or how bad they are. They will turn up in numbers and try and make a lot of noise. So we've got to get them on the hush, okay? And to do that, we have to start in pretty good form. Don't chase the game. Lead the game and make them chase. That will silence the crowd. Take the momentum, okay? They will try and turn up in numbers. They just have to inch their noise levels in decibles to get Port Adelaide to get the chocolates. But we don't allow that. We turn up, we support them. If you're watching from home, make as much noise as you can. We're all proud Victorians. It's where the home of football belongs, not in Adelaide. Okay, so got to turn up, take the game seriously, and basically be prepared for Port Adelaide's best. I know they're one of the teams that are expected to not fire this season, but just be prepared for their best in the home ground. Because you don't want to just turn up like it's going to happen and they're going to take it lightly. And I'd like to think the boys are not going to take it lightly. Ross, I heard his press conference. He's had a big week on the track. He has said it's a game we want to improve on. We've lost games on moments. We can't accept that all the time, okay? It has to start somewhere, and tomorrow presents a great opportunity, okay? Number 3, to be able to achieve 1 and 2, you want to be stopping Butters, Georgiades, and Horn-Francis. Throwing maybe Lecalier in there, but these are the 3 guys. Georgiades, I think Wilkie will go on him, or Silvani. Every time he plays against us, he always kicks a bag, even though we win. So limit his influence and stop Horn-Francis and Butters. So that's over to the Max Halls, the Windies, Hugo Garcia's, Boxshells to carve up their influence. Okay? Every time Horn-Francis plays us, he has a day out, even if they lose. So, look, we know it's not that the boys don't know this. They know what to do. They've got to make it happen. Okay? Number 4, it's a familiar territory as well. It shouldn't be a case where we are heavily going as a heavily rebuilding side like Richmond and get timid and come back with an honourable loss. No, it's not going to be that. We won there last year when we didn't have a stronger team last year. We lost Josh Battle. We didn't have these 4 players on the list, the Silvanis, Liam Ryan, TDK and Flanders. And yet we got the chocolates. Okay, I don't think we even had Jack Steele on the side. I think maybe he was carrying an injury. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, we won the game by 17 points. We started beautifully. Port Adelaide came, but we matured. It was a very, very mature performance, guys. Okay, we matured as a side and got the win. It was a bit heart-stopping, but it doesn't matter. You're not going to win them perfectly. You just got to take the win, okay? Number 5, we have a much stronger lineup, as I said earlier, to get the chocolates over Port. When you bring in guys like Hunter Clark, Hugh Boxshall and all back, that's great. We will miss Liam Stocker with the injury. He provides another X factor, but guys like Clark, Hugh Boxshall, Butler in there, they provide a little bit of that experience and slick ball movement. Okay? People say, oh no, Hunter Clark turns the ball. So do some good players too. You see tonight's game, Marcus Bontempelli made some errors. Some of the good players make errors. It happens. So, but it doesn't take away their class to be able to provide good ball movement. Okay? Number 6, most important, guys, for those that don't know, our Warrior small forward, who was in all-Australian form last year but didn't make it. Jack Higgins plays his 150th game. in a city that he claimed he 1 year ago he didn't like, but I think now he likes it. 150 for the Higo. He has been an absolute jet for us since he came across from Richmond. I think Brett Rowden was a coach for us at the time, now Ross Lyon. Geez, ever since guys like King and all have been injured, he has always worn the mantle. Okay, so got to do it for him. He's been an absolute asset for us. He loves to kick a bag and support. He did that last year. Why wouldn't he do it again? So let's do it for him. He's been a great player. He signed on to the end of 2029. No excuses, guys. Okay, we really got to try and get on the front foot and not take the foot off our gas tomorrow. I'm not expecting us to thrash them. I'm expecting maybe a narrow to a few goals win. But I just want the W. Okay, I want the W. If we don't turn up and we take it lightly, Port Adelaide's best can be pretty good enough to win. Okay, I think it's really, really important, guys. We got to treat the opposition with respect. Don't turn up like it's going to happen. And look, I'm sure the boys won't, because they've got the home crowd on their side. They're quite loud. They're quite a ferocious lot, Port supporters. No disrespect compared to Adelaide Crow supporters. The whole of Victorians know that. Okay, so what I'm saying, it's not made up. It's not out of thin air. These are well known. Okay, so got to start the game well and show them what we've got. Silence that crowd. Okay, it's a night game. I think they'll show it on free-to-air TV on Foxtel or KO. So please watch it if you're not going to the game. For those who are going all the way, I can't fault your commitment to travel all the way to Adelaide and watch the boys get behind the Saints and, come away with a win, hopefully. Okay, so I'll leave it there, guys. It's a must-win, okay? Not negotiable. And on my next video will be about a review of the game, hopefully talking about a victory. Till then, take care, stay safe, stay warm, stay rugged up, okay, in this cold weather, and I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks, guys. Have a lovely rest of the weekend, and go Saints. Bye-bye.